Did you realize that? Not at all like looking on DuckDuckGo. When you search in Google, they keep your hunt history until the end of time. That implies they realize each pursuit you have at any point done on Google. That by itself is really unnerving. Yet it's simply the shallow finish of the profound pool of information that they attempt to gather on individuals. What a great many people don't understand is that regardless of whether you don't utilize any Google items straightforwardly, despite everything, they're attempting to follow as much as they can about you. Google trackers have been found on 75% of the main million sites. This implies they are likewise attempting to follow most wherever you go on the web, attempting to guzzle up your pursuing history. The vast majority likewise don't have a clue about the Google runs the vast majority of the advertisements you see over the web and in applications. You realize those ones that chase after you all over the place. Yes, that is Google as well. They aren't generally an inquiry organization any longer. They're a following organization. They're following as much as they can for this irritating and meddling advertisement, including recording each time you see them, where you saw them, on the off chance that you tapped on them, and so forth. In any case, even that is not all. On the off chance that you use Google products or Google items, they attempt to track much more. Notwithstanding following all that you have at any point scanned for in Google, for example, strange rash, whatever. Google additionally tracks each video you have at any point viewed on YouTube. Numerous individuals really don't have a clue about the Google claims YouTube presently, What's more, in the event that you use Android, better believe it, Google processes that as well. At the point, Google is likewise normally following. Like each spot you have been through Google location services. So how regularly you utilize your applications, when you use them, where you use them, and whom you use them to associate this is well extreme by any measure. The majority of your instant messages, which is dissimilar to an iOS, are not scrambled as matter of course. Your photographs, even sometimes the one you have erased. In the event that you use Gmail, they obviously likewise have all your email messages. On the off chance that you use Google Calendar, they know all your timetable. There is an example like for all Google items like Hangouts, Music, Drive, and so on. You can anticipate a similar degree of following that is essentially anything that can follow the well. Gracious, and in the event that you use Google Home, they additionally store a live account of each directions you have or any other person has ever said to your gadget. Indeed, you heard that right, blunder, they heard it. You can look at all the accounts on your Google Movement page. Basically, on the off chance that you enable them to, they will track truly near well all that you do not internet. Truth be told, regardless of whether you guide them to quit following you, Google has been known to not by any stretch of the imagination tune in. For instance, with area history, you become the product. So think about this. You are becoming yourself as a product. For what reason does Google need the majority of your data in any case? Straightforward, as expressed. Google isn't an inquiry organization any longer. They're a following organization. This information focuses enable Google to fabricate a really hearty profile about you. Somehow or another, by keeping such close tabs on all that you do, they at any rate here and there may realize you superior to anything you know yourself. What more? Google utilizes your own profile to sell advertisements on their web search tool, yet additionally on more than 300,000 different sites and applications. Each time you visit one of these destinations or applications, Google is chasing after you with hyper-focused on advertisements. It's exploitative. By enabling Google to gather this information, you are enabling countless sponsors to offer on serving your advertisements dependent on your touchy individual information. Everybody included is benefiting from your data with the exception of you. You are the item. It doesn't need to be like this. It is completely feasible for an online business to be beneficial without making you the item. Since 2014, DuckDuckGo has been gainful without putting away or sharing any close-to-home data on individuals whatsoever. You can pursue increasingly about the plan of action here. The myth of nothing to hide. What is the myth of nothing to hide? Some may contend that they don't have anything to stow away, so they are not worried about the measure of data Google has gathered and put away on them. Yet the contention is on a very basic level defective for some reasons. Everybody has data they need to keep private. Do you close the entryway when you go to washroom? Security is about power over your own data. You don't need it in the hands of everybody, and unquestionably don't need individuals benefiting on it without your assent or cooperation. Also, security is fundamental to law-based foundations like casting a ballot and regular circumstances. For example, getting restorative consideration and performing monetary exchanges. Without it, there can be noteworthy damages. On an individual level, absence of protection prompts placing you into a channel bubble, getting controlled by advertisements, separation, extortion, and wholesale fraud. On a social level, it can prompt develop polarization and social control like we have limitedly been seeing lately. So you can live Google free. The question is how? How you can live Google free? Fundamentally, Google attempts to follow accessibly. It's unpleasant and essentially simply more data than one organization ought to have on anybody. Fortunately, there are numerous great approaches to diminish your Google impression, even near zero. On the off chance that you are prepared to live with Google, we have proposals for administrations to supplant their suite of items, just as guidelines for clearing your Google search history. It may feel like you are caught in the Google section. It is conceivable to break free. First off, simply exchanging the web index for every one of your hunts goes far. All this considered, you share your most causing queries with your web search tool. In any event, shouldn't those be kept private? On the off chance that you chance to the DuckDuckGo application and expansion, you won't just make your pursuits unknown. Yet in addition, Square Google's most across the board and obtrusive trackers as you explore the web. In case you are new to DuckDuckGo, we are an internet protection organization that enables you to flawlessly assume responsibility for your own data on the web with no trade-offs. Work a web index charts of Google at DuckDuckGo.com and offer a portable application work area program augmentation to shield you from Google, Facebook, and different trackers, regardless of where you go on the internet. If you like the video, just subscribe with us, consider the subscribe with our channel, and share the video as much as you can. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.